Heyo, this is Nintendude1357. I run this channel, Nintendude's LaserDisc Intros, Vinyl and Archives. And, well, this channel is going to undergo a really big change soon. I'll get to the gist of it. The vast majority of my channel will be completely unlisted and then thrown into a public playlist so that someone can view it, but someone won't stumble into it. Why is that? Well, I'll just explain a couple things. The vast majority of my channel, starting with the Asterix video I uploaded April 22nd, 2021, were all recorded using a combination of two devices. This little T-Order little POS composite to HDMI upscaler, and then this AverMedia Live Gamer Portable Gen 1. This combination allowed me to pretty much at least get stuff out there. It allowed me to at least get captures of stuff onto my YouTube channel, but the quality wasn't the greatest. Mainly a couple little restrictions. First, if I want to record in 60 FPS, in which case LaserDiscs are 60i, meaning 60 fields per second, 30 frames per second in progressive terms, but this is interlaced stuff, so it's really 60 FPS. This thing can only handle 720p, whereas this thing can handle 720p or 1080p at 60 frames per second. Now, what I've noticed in the 720p mode is that this thing has really big problems with macrovision, excessive noise reduction. It has problems with color bleeding. It just has all sorts of problems that once I set up my consumer CRT television up in my room, I've noticed that, holy smokes, this just looks wrong. So, I decided to work on getting some new capture solutions. The first thing I did was I just got a new capture card. So this little thing has been completely replaced with an Elgato 4K60 Pro Mark II, which is currently installed inside of my computer. Yeah, it's an internal capture card. Although it doesn't do quite as it's advertised, like it has some issues recording 4K at 60 frames per second. On my setup, it only does 4K at 59. That doesn't really matter, because my use case for it is 1440p at 60 frames per second, which is a perfect 3 times scale of 480p or 480i, which is what LaserDiscs and VHS tapes run at. And I got a little scaler that'll help me bring it up to that. So, before I mention that though, I will bring up the fact that a few of my videos, notably from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail video up until the Pulp Fiction Criterion CAV videos, as well as this very recent LaserDiscs Why You Should Clean Them, which is really just a comparison with a grease LaserDisc that I got. Those were run with this upscaler, but into the new capture card in this little upscaler's 1080p mode. So those are natively 1080p 60. I can't really say native because LaserDiscs are 480i, but you get the point. Captured and rendered at 1080p 60. That's awesome. But now, with the RetroTink 5X, which handles composite video much, much better than this thing does, like at least it's much more faithful to how it really looks on my consumer television. Like, I was doing a side-by-side with one of my childhood tapes. Something I showed previously on the channel. This old tape of Madame Blueberry and this much better condition tape of Madame Blueberry, it looked pretty much identical between my capture and the consumer television, aside from some color timing stuff that I think might just be down to my display rather than the upscaler itself. And that's awesome. It does exactly what I purchased it for. It's exactly it's a 3 times scale of 480i, and it pretty much looks exactly the same as from my CRT television onto my capture card. And that's amazing. And I really want to be able to upload these very high quality captures onto the channel. But I don't want someone to confuse it with older captures. But then I don't really want to delete them either. So first I'm gonna finish up all the captures that I've already done, but are saved in a draft form on my channel. And then I'm gonna throw them all into a playlist. The videos will be unlisted, so someone can't stumble into an individual video, but you can publicly access the playlist so that you can view the older captures. I'm probably not going to unlist the Toy Story CAV bonus features, at least just yet. But once I do get the chance, I will unlist them and replace them with a much higher quality capture. Yeah, I'm gonna unlist the knick-knack video, all the other LaserDisc intros. I can do a lot more tape captures now, since the RetroTink 5X does a much better job at handling macrovision than this little POS does. But depending on the tape, I might have to edit it down just in case if content ID can recognize certain things in it and causes geo-blocking, or like where videos are blocked in the US or they're blocked in some third world country. A couple legacy videos on my main YouTube channel, Nintendo1357, have gotten blocked in North Korea somehow. Anyway, it's just a little bit funky, but starting with this video and all future videos in the public, those are all going to be native 1440p at 60 frames per second captures. Alright. I think I got the message out of the way. I think I will start unlisting everything on probably August 14th. I'll probably start unlisting everything. So that gives a good week or so. I hope to see you later, and have a great rest of your day.